Alright, so this is my first product review. This is the Sicce Shark Advanced Internal Filter. I will be trying out the 600 liter per hour, also known as 558 US gallons per hour. Says it's recommended for a 26 to 47 US gallon tank. I will be trying this on one of my 40 gallon breeder tanks with a good load of cichlids in it. And we'll see the other filtrations in there when we go to put it in. This is just the first review, first unboxing. About a month later, we'll see how it's done. This product was given to me for free, but this is not sponsored. So any results I have are just purely my experience. And so we got the filter, we got the add-on cartridge. Kind of hard to see from this distance some of the features on the product there, so we'll just go ahead and open it. So, what do we got? Let's get everything all lined up here so we can see everything we got. Okay, so we got the filter housing, we got the motor, got some other parts that we're going to go over. Okay, so we have the filter unboxed. So we have our accessory kit here. So we got some suction cups, and we have our mounting bracket. We have a nozzle, which can go on the front of this. Which is kind of nice because this way you can attach some tubing to it. So if you wanted to pump somewhere, so filter it, and then pump it to, like, say, a waterfalls, if you're doing a vivarium or something like that. I won't be doing that, so I'm going to take that off for now, put that off to the side. So we're going to grab our motor housing. So we have our outlet here, a nice wide outlet. And then we can put this on. This clips on the front here. And then we can have a bit of a jet to it. So there's our magnetic mount. Which is the interesting thing about this filter is you just go like that, and then you're attached. You want to service it, so in your tank, say it's mounted on the sidewall vertically, of course. You're going to put your bracket on, which you can open up. We're going to put our suction cups on. Okay, so we got our suction cups on. A little bit difficult to put on, but that's okay. We want them to stay on, they're really strong. Very conical design for them, they look pretty good. So we'll see how they hold up, because a lot of times suction cups on filters, especially heater brackets, they just don't hold on very long. And with a filter like this, you don't want it really falling over and blowing all your gravel in the bottom of your tank, so that's kind of important. So basically this just connects to the top here, pretty self-explanatory. The other thing that's kind of neat about this filter is on the bottom here, and so I'm not sure how that's going to show up, but so you can see that there's an arrow indicating. Now you would think that's going to change the flow setting, which you can because you're going to restrict the intake, which is not the greatest thing. But what's neat about it is on the packaging, let's see if we can get that to show up here. So right here, so what they're indicating there is restricting the size of fish they can get sucked into. So I wouldn't say like a baby tank, but you know, if you have some older fry that you're growing up or some smaller tetras and stuff that you don't want to get sucked in, that's what that's for, which is kind of neat. That's something you commonly see, or I don't think I've ever really seen that on any internal filters before. The other interesting feature is they actually have a dial on the top here. So this is your Venturi Intake. Comes with a little bit of tubing here. And you can always extend that if you have this deeper in the tank and you're trying to get to the surface to grab the air. So you have a dial here, so you can turn off your Venturi, which is what it appears to be, and again we'll see. And then you can adjust the amount of air that's being taken into the motor head and then sent out with the water that it's filtering. So we're going to go ahead and disconnect this again, which is great. So if that's suctioned on your tank, you just pop that off, and then boom, you can take this out and service the filter. A little tip, whenever time you're taking these out of the tank, especially if the filter has been cleaned for a while, once you got to disconnect it from the motor head, put a bag inside underneath the water, so when you pull it up, you're not going to have all the debris fall back into your tank and cloud your tank. Then you can take it to a bucket, and then you can go ahead and discard any water that comes out that's dirty. Always wash these with fish tank water, never tap water. So once we get that off, got one piece of foam that comes with the filter, and then we got two. So pretty self-explanatory. Now we also got the refill cartridge. So we're gonna add another chamber to this thing, is my understanding of it. Okay, so I got some stickers that comes with it. I got our filter housing with another magnet to it, and then this time here we have white foam. So the two blue ones that come with the filter are a bit of a different micron size than this one. So this one's here is for more coarse, and this is for a little more finer filtration. So I'll just take the original housing and put our foams back in it for now. So this one here just pushes over the other one. Okay, nice and snug. Take the original lid that we had. So before we put this down, so we know which way to put it, so we got red on top of our filter motor. So we want green on the top, so opposite colors. Okay, nice and secure. And that's it. So there is the filter with the extra housing to it. So we'll get the suction cup mount on it and we'll try in the tank. Just before we do that, take a look at the back packaging. So when I was watching a video about this filter from the actual company's videos they've done, one they made a couple years ago shows some media that originally I guess came with a filter years ago, which was this one here, which is kind of neat because you can see it actually fluidizing inside the filter. Which is really good for biological, and it keeps everything clean because bacteria are sloughing off as they're tumbling. So I think for the first month we'll probably run it as is, and then do a follow-up review, and then I'm going to try getting some sort of media, either this one if it's possible, or some other similar media that kind of can be used in a fluidized method. Okay, so we got the filter in my 40-gallon breeder tank here. Got a good amount of Malawi cichlids in here. The tank has 2 sponge filters and a fluidized filter. As you can see, there's a good amount of particles in here, so we'll run this filter for a month and see if it makes any difference.